What's going on in the greenhouse? Of course, that's what we always do on the videos, right? So, Sunday the 17th, 16th, and it's, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. About 65 degrees out. This thermometer needs to be recalibrated. Let's see. 94, so yeah, it's about 10 degrees off. Where the sensor is for the readout inside, it says 82 in the shade, and then everything that's in the sun, including the white PVC, about 95, so we'll call it 90-ish. I just took the lid off of the dome here, so it was about 100 degrees. Get that in the shot there. 102. Needs a little bit of water. These are still really moist, but I need to start watering this a little bit better so the roots will more go towards the bottom. So I'll be doing that right after I get done shooting this. Last batch of seeds came in, so I kind of alternated it, or last two batches. So I got some from Baker Creek, and then I got some from Seeds and Such, and then I have my M.I. Gardner ones, which is some of the other stuff that I already planted. But anyways, so I got some Chinese broccoli. Got the Big Bertha green peppers, which is the ones that I grew last year, but I got those from live plants. So the goal is not to buy any live plants this year. For later on in the tubes or outside, we got some red mustard green, purple bok choy. We'll see what that is. Little gems. These are really tiny. I mean, you probably put like 6 in a salad, but we'll see. Never grown them. Dragon tongue green beans, and I have the what is it? I think they just call them rattlesnake green beans is the other ones I have inside. Yum Yum mix, so that's your sweet red, yellow, orange that you get in the store. Chinese 5 color. I think this is the same as the Aurora peppers that I got last year or year before, but they don't call these Aurora, so we'll see what happens. Juliet grape tomatoes. So again, trying not to buy any live plants this year. A new carrot called the Carota. Supposed to be really sweet, and it looks like they're kind of short and fat. Some different kind of snow peas. I haven't grown pea pods before, so we're going to give those a shot. They actually had these truly seed potatoes, so they're a Clancy potato, and they come in this little tiny vial with like 20 seeds inside. I thought that was different. And mucho nacho, so those are your larger jalapenos. So probably going to throw some jalapenos in the mix. They grow real well, so I might as well try to grow them. I've got about 15 pints of the pickled ones, but the goal is to maybe try to smoke and dehydrate them, turn them into powder. And then all the seeds. So they haven't done a ton of change since last week. Some of them getting a little bigger. The tomatoes need to get transplanted into some dirt until I figure out what to do with them. And looks like everything but this row of 4 didn't germinate, which I thought was really weird because those are the pelleted ones, so the Swiss chard. Looks like 1 in there didn't. And that one's trying, that one's not so much. And I think I just completely missed that block, so we'll see what happens. And I forget what these were. I'd have to go back and look at the picture. They're trying down there, but maybe I need to restart those. That one's most of the way out, so I guess we'll see. That one's probably not going to survive. And then there's little stragglers of the seeds that I missed in the bottom. So that's it from the seed update. And it's roasting in here. I'm sweating like no tomorrow. So had a couple leak issues. This one's leaking. They're leaking out the bottom. Let's see if I can turn this and focus on this, because I put a grommet, same as I use in the buckets, but it was leaking. So I had some O-rings that I originally bought, and I just put those in. But this one, which is outside, the cap popped off, so I had to re-silicone that. So as soon as this one dries, get this one back in, move these plants over to here, and then pull this one out and fix this one real quick, and that'll be done from that perspective. So what I've got in here is I got a couple cucumber plants. I took the little pod out. I lightly threaded the root through, used some toothpicks, high-tech tools here, and basically got them in so they're deep enough you can't really see in this light, so those roots hit the water. And then I've been putting in the little PVC blocks. Oh, actually here, this will be a little easier to see. So just take some PVC pipe, drill a couple holes. I rounded the edges so they go in the slot a little better, and then plug them in, and you can change the water height. So right now, because all the plants are just barely have roots, so the bottom of the cup just touches the water down in there. Once the roots get more established, I'll either pluck this out or we'll flip it around to a shorter version and just keep the water level up. I just finished doing this one, and I'm just you can hear it draining into those holes, and you can see the water level is about halfway up the pipe and no leaks. So there we go. So I started cucumbers because they had the roots coming out the bottom, and I took a couple of these strawberry runners and I clipped them, and I'm sticking them. Well, I've got a couple in the net pots, which we're barely touching, and then I've got a couple that are just sitting in the bottom of the tube right now until I get that tube fixed, and I want to see if they root or not, because they've got the little nubs on them. Here, let's just grab one. Where the runner would have done its thing, sprouted in the soil. So we'll see what happens in a couple of days and see if they root. But for right now, it's just sitting with its butt right in the solution. And like I said, we'll see if they take root. That's pretty much it. I'm going to see what else has roots sticking out. Or I can actually probably transplant these as long as the water is at the bottom of the cups here. And then instead of putting water in there, the roots can start hitting the hydroponic solution, and then they'll start taking off like crazy. So that's the goal. So anyways, looks like we're hitting about 90-95, and I've got the sides up trying to keep the heat in. I do have the door vented because I'm going in and out, but in the morning it's still a little chilly. This week's been a little warmer, low 40s. So I'm just trying to keep as much heat in here as possible. Other than that, everything else is the same. And we'll see how many of these get stuck into the net cups and the tubes. And that's going to open up space to get some of these seeds going. And then, let's see, today's Sunday, so I have tomorrow off, so probably get a couple things out in the dirt. Let's head out there and let's wrap up this video. Nothing new going on out here. That's some stragglers that just popped up. That's some old radishes and some old green onions. They're really not doing anything. Everything else here is weeds, so I need to get on the buckets, clean out the dirt, and get them ready for planting. Here's the potato plants actually. So I think the only one that's got a baby spud trying. There's some weeds in there. That's got a baby one trying. Nothing in there, so that's probably rotted. And there were two in here, and I don't see any signs of those popping up, but it was just an experiment to see what they do over winter. So the plant itself is surviving. All the leaves are off of that, so I need to sock that with some plant food for the tree, and everything else just needs to be cleaned up and ready to go. And this is where I'm getting all of the runners from, where these strawberries, I don't see the pick tag for them, but the other ones, they actually never really grew or did anything. These were the quinolts. Where is the tag for this one? Well, I'll have to go hunting for the tag, or go back to last year's video and remember which ones they were. They were just a pack of 6, and looks like all 6 of these survived. So other than that, that's it for this week.